Good afternoon everyone, how are you going? This is a very quick little video specifically for a patient of mine that I saw today, Leanne. I hope you're watching, and it's also important for probably many other patients that we see that are distant from us, and they're awaiting the opportunity to come to Brisbane or the Sunshine Coast to do functional movement therapy. Leanne had symptoms associated with her lumbar disc prolapse, and so therefore back pain and quite significant radiating neuropathic pain down the lower limb, which is consistent with the nerve root being impinged. And there's a lot of patients that will try to recover from this type of symptom without the need for surgery. And the question that Leanne had for me, what do I do over the Christmas period or until I can come and be a part of functional movement training and movement therapy? At the moment, she says she's doing some fairly passive types of rehabilitation. I think she said that she's sort of lying on her back on a couch and doing some clamshell type movements of her hip. Other people might describe some deep tissue release, some massage, some adjustments. None of those types of therapy are going to be all that beneficial for promoting the spontaneous progressive healing of a disc prolapse. Now remember that a disc prolapse looks a little bit like that. Okay, there's our lumbar disc. It slots into that position there or that position there between the vertebral bodies. And of course, when you have a disc prolapse like that, it can push on the neural neural structures and cause that sciatic pain. So what we want to do is we want to promote this herniation to spontaneously heal. And if we're going to promote this disc herniation to spontaneously heal, we have to keep this disc in an environment that's optimal for healing. And that means we need to reduce the biomechanical stress on this disc. Otherwise, if we don't reduce the biomechanical stress on this disc, it's unlikely to spontaneously resolve and heal up and repair itself. Because I say to patients, there's only two things that are going to make you feel better. You're either going to fix yourself or I'm going to fix the structural problem. Okay? There's only two things that are going to make the structural problem get better: your own body healing it or my scalpel healing it. And most people, believe it or not, they want to heal it themselves. They don't want me to heal it. I don't know why. But yeah, that makes sense. You want to heal yourself. If we're going to eliminate biomechanical stress on this disc, we want to be moving our bodies in a biomechanically efficient way. And then that's the next question, is how do we move our bodies in a biomechanically efficient way? We need, and doing those other approaches won't really teach you about biomechanical efficiency, and that's what movement therapy is about. But one of a simple take-home message that we can convey to patients while they're waiting to come and participate in our programs is understanding the neutral spine position. Okay, the neutral spine position means that the discs and the joints are in a very unstressed position. And if we can do our daily activities, bending, which we may bend several thousand times a day, even trivial tasks like bending forward to pick up a TV remote, bending forward to pick up your newspaper, your mobile, you know, getting something out of a cupboard, there are always just slight bending movements. And we want to bend through the hip joint, okay, which is down here, That's the hip joint down here. Okay, there's the hip joint there, not up through the lumbar spine, L5S1 or L45. Guess where most people have their disc herniations? L45, L5S1. And so when we rotate and bend things, move for things, we want to keep that neutral spine position and make our hip joint do the work. Okay. There's a few other little subtleties about movement proficiency, but that's probably one of the take-home messages. And if you can employ that type of movement into your daily life, then you're going to give this thing the maximum chance of healing up. That's what I was trying to talk about this morning with Leanne, and she's a long way away, so that's principal and most important piece of information to start working on anyway for patients who say, what can I do, what can I do? Laying down on a couch getting a rub down as your rehab is not going to have any bearing whatsoever on teaching you to move more proficiently. And I can guarantee you that even though you might be unwell and in pain, you are still going to be moving. You're still going to get out of bed. You're still going to go to the loo. You're still going to go to the fridge and get something out of the fridge. You're still going to go to cupboards. You're still going to sit in the chair. And therefore, try to do it well to give this guy a chance of healing up. Okay, thanks, Leanne. Hope that's helpful. Bye. Thanks for the question.